So Valve has already been talking about being very busy with the next major Team Fortress 2 update that we're going to be seeing by the end of the year. And this update's going to include a new campaign with contracts. But because they're so busy with making the end of the year update, they don't have the time to be able to put all the effort they need into another Scream Fortress update. So they're turning it all over to the community. They stated on the blog that they are looking for the best Halloween community content, including items, maps, taunts, and unusuals. Now, this is different from the average community-made update where it's a group of people that make the majority of the content and then submit it to Valve. This appears to be Valve picking and choosing what they feel is the best content already seen on the Steam Workshop. So I'm going to be going through what I feel is the best of the Team Fortress 2 Workshop for this year's Scream Fortress update, so you guys can know exactly what is on there and what I feel should definitely be put in the game. Here we go. Now, to get things started, unfortunately, it seems like not a lot of people have faith in Valve putting weapons up for Team Fortress 2 Scream Fortress, as the majority of community-made updates only really seem to get reskins, and when they do, they're very few and far between, and they're usually very difficult to find. But there are a couple of very nice-looking weapons currently on the Steam Workshop for Scream Fortress. My favorite being the Boonk Halloween Punch. Now, this obviously is just a Boink Atomic Punch reskin, but with a very nice Halloween theme. The model and texture looks really good, and to be honest, I would always use this year-round. I would want this to have no Halloween restriction because I just think it looks really good. The only other weapon I think looks great on the Steam Workshop is the Slasher's Staple, which is just a giant kitchen knife covered in blood that the creator seems to want to replace your Eternal Reward with. Now, even though there are very few weapons that seem to be submitted to the workshop anymore because Valve just doesn't seem to care about them, there is definitely a large amount of very excellent cosmetics, and we're just gonna go through them very quickly. The Computron 5000 seems to be an all-class robot head, and if added into the game, I would love for Valve to enable all the MVM voice lines for all of the mercs. Now, even though Valve has stated that the majority of the items they're looking at this year, they really don't want to put a Halloween restriction on, that does not mean I'm very much looking for items that fit the Halloween theme perfectly. And in my opinion, one of those items is the Clown Gore Madness. This mask is insane. I really love the look of it, and I love how it has a tiny hat that kind of looks like a gibbous on it. This is a very creepy looking cosmetic, and I feel like there are not enough of the very scary and creepy looking cosmetics. Instead, there's just a ton of the crazy ones, like the ostrich legs. I would rather see a scary item versus the crazy item. That does not mean that we're not going to be doing crazy items, as one of my other favorite items is the ingrown dough nail, which appears to be a soldier hat that changes your merc's head to a toe. It's a toe. Look at it. You can paint the toenail. This is genius. Next on the list is the lightning lid. Now, we do have many Bonk Boy style cosmetics, but this one kind of goes for that Turbo Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger look, kind of, and I just really like the way this one looks, and the paint overs look pretty nice on it as well. We also have one that I've been eyeing up for a while, and that's called the Master Builder, which is very simplistic, but the idea is amazing. It's just an engineer miscellaneous that makes the top of his head looks like one of those building blocks from one of many different companies. Also, another item that I absolutely love the look of is the Engineer's Dead or Alive. It turns the entire back half of your Engie's head into some kind of weird looking machine with lights and what looks to be some kind of flap. It's a really cool looking cosmetic. Also staying with the theme of just creepy looking cosmetics for Halloween is the Comedian. Now, I've been a fan of this one for over a year now, and I was incredibly disappointed when it was not added in last year. Just take a look at it. I really don't need to explain this one. It's perfect. The heavy as a creepy ass clown is the right combination. And the last very creepy one tops the charts on creepiness, and I want it in the game now. It's a pyro cosmetic called the Doll Face, and this is what it looks like. And most importantly, my all-time favorite item seen within the Team Fortress 2 Workshop right now is the Specialist, which appears to change your medic into a Black Mesa Scientist. But not any kind of Black Mesa Scientist. It appears to be going off of the leaked Half-Life 1 Alpha Black Mesa Scientist, and it looks perfect. I want this in the game now. This is an amazing cosmetic that does not need to be Halloween restricted. It's just Oh, it's so good. Finally, and most importantly, there are 2 items added within the Steam Workshop that kinda are based off of this channel. One of them is called the tie-in, and the other one is called the McSlicker. The McSlicker and the tie-in are vaguely based off of 2 things: the movie Anchorman with Will Ferrell, and this channel, which is incredible that this exists on the Workshop. It's a heavy cosmetic that gives it a very Anchorman newscaster-style hairdo, along with the tie-in, which is obviously a sweater vest with a tie and a button-up shirt. It's a very classy miscellaneous. However, it's not necessarily uploaded for Halloween, just in general. I really like how this one turned out, and if you want to have a Valve News Network cosmetic added within the game, go vote for it. Link is down in the description for all of the cosmetics and items that I've talked about today. If you like any of them, please vote for them, as Valve will be able to more likely see them the more votes that they get. Keep in mind, you can also say no thanks, not interested on any of the items that I've talked about if you don't want to see them in the game. So if you don't want to see a VNN cosmetic in the game, that is totally fine. You can give your opinion, just as long as you do give your true opinion. But aside from that, that was all the items and cosmetics that I really want to see be put in the game for Scream Fortress 2015. Even though Valve is not necessarily working on it full throttle this year, I think we can at least expect a pretty decent update. Hopefully, if we get reskins, they won't be behind 2 paywalls, and hopefully if we're able to get any of the reskins, they won't just be for the scouts. So thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, feel free to dislike it. If you have any other complaints or compliments for me, leave them down in the description below. And if you want to support this channel, I have a Patreon page, which is also listed in the description below. Once again, if you want to vote on any of these items, all of the links to all of these items are listed down in the description, and thank you for watching. As you know, I'm Tyler McVicker. This is Valve News Network. Have a good day. Adios.